Perfect. In a minute, girl. It was ready at one point. Maybe later. That's frustrating. I had to go like a while ago. Yeah, it was like fairly early in the morning. Now I don't have to go. The hell. Let me think of things that'll make me go. I'm a bit exposed here. It's just a little shrivel. But made more of a mess than yesterday's. I was afraid that was going to happen. Maybe it'll be ready in a little bit here. You know what she wants. The very most is the lettuce. Right, girl? You want lettuce? How come you're not drinking much water? Here's some hay for you. I was wondering if you were done putting your pajamas on yet. Oh, I could have gotten some lettuce for Bear while I was in there at Aldi. They have the best price for romaine lettuce. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost here. I have like pretty much everything done that I need to do. Well, there's that $500. I might have to drive down on Friday to my parents. I don't like Andre's idea of it. It's just pay him back off of the next paycheck, but I can't afford to do that. Because what about all that money from Justin? I'd rather just borrow it from my parents and for me to tell my parents that Justin is missing and I need to borrow $500 until I can get what's owed to me off of him. And it's at least 500. I mean, it's probably a good bit more than that actually. But that's the money that was supposed to be for the rental car and our spending money and eating all that. And instead, I'm $70 in the hole in getting that rental car, but my account will never see an overdraft. Like I know it won't, and I have till like on Friday. I will fill that gap. When I get my next paycheck, so I booked it even though I didn't have the money yet. Uh, I need to have money in that account. Because the rental car, there's going to be a deposit on that, and yeah. But remember what I'm going to do. I'm going to back my bank account by purposely putting in the other account money that I set aside for rent off of the first week paycheck. So on Friday, that's the week one paycheck for August, and so yeah, half a lot rent. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna use it to back that account. I know I told you about doing. That I was gonna do that. Um, I love you, my beautiful princess angel. I think that's really something too. That the fondant angel, she looks like she has your hair, and like if I were to do a basic, um, like because it is like basic. That's if I wanted to make one look like you, it would look a lot like that. Um, yeah, I think it's honestly quite funny that they made that dogspin thing about me as though that what I'm doing now is like that I have some kind of pattern or something of like doing what I'm doing, like, or that it's a big deal that I'm called anonymous guy even though I'm not so anonymous anymore. It's the old name. That's what I never changed it. And I'm really glad that I showed my face, that I had the courage to do that because, you know, you can tell a lot by someone's smile or, you know, and to not have that in there, would, yeah, I wanted to be unique like that. And it didn't matter to me all the women that I chased off by basically having a dating profile up. That was my YouTube channel, and I didn't really see anybody else doing that so much. They kind of wanted to be like social media stars. Um, yeah, and there was one that like posted her audios, and um, yeah, she was from Virginia, and I was very like into her, and yeah, that there would have been a lot of issues there, really. Like she was highly interested, but she was also very much seemed to be bisexual. I was crazy about her. And I knew that was like reckless. It didn't really work. That I was recklessly, yeah. And honestly, it wouldn't have taken long at all for me. Like even if I was still in my marriage when we had met, that it wouldn't have taken me long to realize, like, I don't know. God didn't choose to end my marriage that way, though, and I think that's really important. You know. So really, I was free and single when we met, and potential relationships had gone so bad that at that point, on July 5th, 2022, I was um, I was a little distraught. You could probably detect it from me when just at that very initial contact. You know, I'm kind of I was kind of like, I want to know what you want. Are you looking for a relationship, or just to fool around because it, it was whether I invest my heart at all, or not, because I'd been hurt, and so I didn't know at all who had gotten a hold of me. uh, but yeah, did know a few hours later, several hours later. It was before I was going to sleep, and then it was early in my second shift, and I remember it was exactly then 4 o'clock my time over here, because it was exactly when the meeting was that you shared that snap that was that paragraph, and um, we had just photo verified. I had you touch your nose, and your smile, like, really, the genuineness behind it, I noticed. And it was confirmation of that first picture, because I'm like, okay, now touch your nose. And because I knew specifically to pray for one that would be autistic, because I remember the feeling, actually, of when when I liked that girl Michelle that I was telling you about before. Like, I felt like if I had her, like, I wouldn't, um, I would actually really feel like it'd be hard for others to compete, compared to my woman, like, I had that, only now with it to the infinite power multiplied. Um, but I never felt that with Karen. Honestly, I could look at her and realize that I would have many points where I would be like, oh, I'm married to her, not her, you know, because that's the way I felt when Michelle was, you know. If Michelle would have asked me, I would have left her for her. But turned out she looked at me like a brother, and how, um, what do you want to say? How much of a blow that was to me. And Karen laughed in my face. And I honestly believe that her tears, that, uh, what was that, about 3 weeks back, and I kept telling you, like, and I talked a lot about it, how we went down to shut that bank account down, and you know, I honestly think that God did punish her for her uh, vanity in that situation, to when really she should have just had pity on me the whole time, that I had to be married to her just because the sex was completely not there. I don't know how else to describe it. So I've never had a real sexual partner to any capacity that I could relate to. And that made it look like that I had erectile dysfunction. And the doctor had no explanation for him, and I had conversations that I needed to have with him that I didn't. But he was puzzled, and I'm like thinking, doctor, maybe if you kind of, start to open. I was expecting him to open a discussion, a dialogue, and it never happened. He couldn't figure me out. I was a physical anomaly, I don't know if he thought that somewhere I had some kind of underlying health issues that were pretty serious, actually, to cause that physically. Um, and that I didn't have anything in common with other men who they twice my age or diabetes or some underlying health problem like that. But then there's me, and I still have the pills, and I'm going to bring them for overtime use, how we see fit. Here's the thing, too. In getting more, don't feel that the pride of our crazy success that we're going to have, we don't have to pretend and shame like we don't do well, but just be like the extra. And I'll flat out tell him I'm with my soulmate now, and who I was with before, like, we were not into the same things, just if you get my drift. But these things are great for my drive being even greater than my body's, which will be infinitely greater than what it was, because I couldn't keep an erection before. But with you, when we dirty talk, I get hard. I don't just get slimy when I, get excited, but I actually properly get excited with you. And yes, I do get very slimy also. But gosh, like when I was going around work and I was like leaning up against, like up against the table, and it felt good, and it was like, I was thinking of like dirty things and kind of rubbing against the table when I was out on the floor. Yeah, because like, and it's increasingly happening, too. Um, we just start getting really raunchy in the chat up there. Like, I want to see if you have anything now. I will talk naughty to you. Yeah, it's too like how many days that we are going to be together. We are going to definitely have like a really good like because I'll tell you what, the way that sometimes I don't go for a little while, but then like it's like every time that happens, it's gonna be like 3 times like one day, like and farts like you wouldn't believe leading up to. So there's really no way to just to get shafted like there isn't, because I'll tell you, once I realized that the realistic goal is to get you over here after, and I'm like, and I'm not waiting any longer to come over, and so I'm going to make this trip as long as possible. When I decided to do that, uh, you know what you did by hanging in there, you know, until the end, it really is going to be easier for you, you know, to not hear your mother's anger at all. That's why we need to go someplace that that's going to have a good place for you to live until uh I don't know what you said when you said like I am okay. Do you mean I'm moving over here, or because you when you said I wish you could stay in England forever with me, I'm like, well, if that's what you want, like we can live over there. But yeah, I feel like you wanted to know what I would, and yeah, I would follow you anywhere. But yeah, I think you're really going to like it over here with the 3 trampoline parks, and what I've been suffering from depression without realizing it. I think I have no desire to do things myself, but it's like without my partner, like and 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 it has slowly crumbled down, to now where I just um, where I'm streaming continuously and like I'm not okay without you. Like, yeah, but someplace with your own bathroom. And I can send you things from Amazon. I don't think your mother goes into Birmingham a lot, and I think that maybe there that that you can sit and wait for me. My parents, um, after I have gone over there, they already respect me in this. Um, enough that they would do this loan for me, and how much and how long I've talked about you. Um, and I pointed out to my brother, like, I really want them to believe, you know, and it is an important witness of faith. Um, but yeah, I've talked about the things of that night, you know. But let's get back to. So I want to. Okay, I think this is a good point, like a good time to talk about this. But like in rimming, I I will volunteer to go first. We'll take a bath together. I'm gonna wash your bum up really good, and I'm going to start slowly around the area. And yeah, and same thing. You can have my bum however you want it. Like clean it up real good. If there's too many hairs there, like I don't have that much for a guy at all, but yeah, if they're in the way, by all means, mow them down. Yours aren't that many, like so. Yeah, they won't. Mine a little bit more than yours. Uh, but yeah, I'm saying you're good. I like yours the way it is. You gotta have the flags in the wind. Remember, I was telling you. I was giggling and like getting really turned on. you had some good ones captured from before. I want lots more. And when we were doing them that way as videos for each other, it was obvious that you and I never missed an opportunity. Like, I told you about one time I was trying to hold it to make a video for you at home, and I erupted in the freezer. Larry had given me something, and then I was giving him something that had like wheat in it. So like I had to go back out, and I smelled so bad because I went everywhere. Like, oh, I was like, I hope when he smells that he thinks that I just farted. Like, it's that bad. And I was so embarrassed. Like, I smelled so bad. Like, that was the first time that had happened in a very long time. Oh, I'd have to think. Let me see where you're at now. What you doing? Aw. You were so sweet. I love you cuddle on the couch with little JJ, blanket, pajamas. So precious. You be careful though, okay? You smell it, like you hear me like hacking out on. It's amazing. It doesn't hurt your lungs like long term, but it really it tickles. Like there's a sensation of THC hitting the lung. It's kind of exhilarating, but what did I come out of here for? Oh, coffee. Yeah, because I only had what I made in the morning. Like I might wake up with a headache if just gonna have a little bit. Although with that Seroquel, it doesn't matter. I can drink coffee all day long. Take that Seroquel and I'll be out half an hour later like a light bulb, no matter what. Oh, I gotta try to get that Wegmans refill. I might need it. I gotta make sure I have enough. I could put together enough doses out of old stuff I have because they keep upping the dosage, and I take 500 milligrams now. Big horse pill, basically. What I remember is that they at the time caused some emotional stability when I was going through my divorce. But in what we've been through together, I have no idea what it would be like coping and managing my emotions without it's plain and simple. You make me a much more emotional person because I feel things a lot more intensely. With you there, like yeah, I'm talking about. Oh, let's see what you got. there. You, you were my favorite thing in the whole world. If I can, you're not a thing. You're a part of me. But and in otherwise, well, of course, God is the most important of all. But you and then whitewater rafting. Yeah, that that'd be like my favorite thing to do. Then, well, my favorite thing to do is get naughty with you. Oh, I gotta go get Sydney. I was like, yeah. Oops. I think I think that really last November is when I really got woke about you. Like I was like, we gotta figure this out because yeah, I was just realizing, all the chemistry that we had, and I was like, there would never be another relationship like this, and so you know, and that was because what I saw, because of what I saw, but no one knew, like almost what the dealer had, and it's like I suddenly slam everything on the table and stand up and all in, and everybody is looking at me like, "Are you nuts?" And then I win, and everybody stares in awe and stunned. Raven Raven was a you remember those days very early on for your return, and picking her up and dropping her off in the snowstorms at the casino there. So yeah, she a lot about gambling and stuff, man. Yeah, she was one of the ones who stood behind me, when I said to all my friends, basically I'm going all in, and they're like almost all my friends were like, "Whoa, be careful." I just don't want to see you get hurt. And honestly, it's put a rift between a lot of people, and yeah, Andre is one of the ones who stood in awe when you came back, and that you wanted me like always. Um, so there's an adult store um, just around the corner, and I was telling you about that. Just try to get it. Go on. Yeah, so many good things. Walking distance. I see some. There's two Asian restaurants along the front with Comfort Inn there. So I kind of went to like a hibachi place, but I never went to one where they throw steaks on your plate. I always thought that'd be kind of fun. I'm sure they probably have some really good hibachi places in Birmingham. I'm trying to fart. Maybe it'll make me poo. The coffee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So this was a gift from my boss Brandy when she left the original workplace where we met. It was her going away gift for me, and it says JJ on there. And it says, today will be a good day. And it also says, live life to the fullest. Best wishes, Brandy. And she recommended to me, to start my day by saying today will be a good day. As she knew that that workplace would be a struggle for me, I said, take me with you. And she could not at the time. Yeah, we had talked about it a number of times, and she knew when, because when I had enough of Plasticos before, with the quality manager, oh my gosh, he was so evil, pure evil. Like, there's something on the floor, and I'm hoping it's not a dead mouse. It's just material. I know I do have at least one mouse. Yeah. Then this mouse has he's got a taste for the muffin, the blueberry muffin crumbs, and so wherever the crumbs are, he takes away the crumbs and leaves the droppings. It's like he exchanges wherever he goes. Like, it's like, thanks. But I'm gonna trap him and release him somewhere that he'll be happy. Thing is, honestly, around a lot of parks, there is a lot of food and warm places for them to winter, and they're not really hurting anyone. That's just my opinion. And I think he'd have a good life maybe up there at Zook Park. You can eat garbage and maybe find the mouse of his dreams. But yeah, when I had to get one, I insisted on a. In fact, I had cats, and I was trying to save the mice. Like, I don't know, way cats like play with. Oh, it bothers me. So I trap them and release them. I haven't trapped one for a while, and I'm trying to figure out how my old trap like works. Looks messed up or something. I don't know. Thing is, it worked really well. And you know what? I could read the name off of it because I could probably order one on Amazon for like, oh, probably $5 for one of those. I got Amazon Prime, so free shipping. Um, I'm gonna ship stuff to you, and you know what? You can be like on my Amazon because I saved your Oh no, you know what? It cannot apply in your country. Um, yeah, just because I have a Prime membership and I choose a because I have it set up right now where it's your address there, even though I don't do anything with it and haven't for a long time. It was glad I struck the hornet's nest there once. And then I was like, incoming! You have a flower order that's going to be there this morning. And little JJ was on the way that fateful morning, like that he made that journey. Like, oh, oh, that was a. I don't know. Ask him about that journey, because that was a big turning point. Let me check on you. I'm gonna make you a cup. I shall make you one. I know lots of good um, websites for design your own products and stuff, and you can really anything you want. Like, yeah. Wonder how well we can investigate bathrooms like in advance. So if we're going like out somewhere, because that would be really nice. Like for example, this one place that I go to raft, they have a building that's full of single bathrooms. Mhm. That's right along a bike trail. Exercise, yes, and good places to eat. um, yeah, that place is called Ohio Pile. Um, you can look on my other channel. Like, oh, it's hard to spell. I'm trying to think. I don't know, but I like have fantasies about that place because of that. Like the things that we could do in a public bathroom. And the thing is, if somebody comes a knocking, there are literally like 8 other ones to use, so they will move on. Like you could be in there for a really long time and not, like, no one would know. Sometimes like to like after boating booze. They're really good. And I was thinking we can go on the river together and then go in there. So where it's located at is at the takeout for the easy river, the lazy river, if you will, of yeah. So it's like a little float trip, and there's some little rapids on that, but like, yeah, nothing crazy or anything. We could go in porta potties that are the big ones, like together. Like those are nice and spacious. Like, why not try to sit on it together? That one, because yeah, we might break it if we both together. That'd be bad to go through. You'd go through like butt first. You'd be like falling like that. Then we'd be like blueberries coming out. Can you imagine that? That would make the headlines. Couple attempts to sit in a parmesan together at the same time and crash through. I can just sit and tell you funny stories sometimes too. Mm-hmm. Yes. Little JJ will get hugs and kisses from both of us, and it shall be a wonderful um, union reunion thing, or whatever you want to. Like, up to your door, I will be quivering and shaking. But it'll probably be more like, oh, you'll probably be outside when I'm like parking it, yeah, waiting for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stand on my feet when that, but I've talked about it so much, and that time is almost here. Little Sydney will be right there in the passenger seat. I shall scoop her up. Bring her. Like a group hug. Are you imagining exactly where we'll be standing? Because I am. Maybe close to that one photo. That one photo that helped me with the hanging basket and all the gutter work and everything. I compared to Google Street View, and it helped me. So that was a very important picture. When I realized it, I called in Rob right away, and I said, "Rob, I've got it. I've got it pinpointed. Come see." Like, he's like, "That's it." He's like, "You don't need any more convincing me, you know." And I said, "I know that, Rob, but this is fun and exciting because you know how long we've been up and down, you know, the street, and it was a suspect, but it was one of." I have that original letter that went to number 19, not 25. Um, it did come back to me eventually, and I have that. Um, and that's going to come with me. Um, I'm going to show it to you now. I won't open it. I'm going to have you open it still. This was the original letter, and this was inside an official envelope and all that for tracking a package overseas. It cost me quite a bit to send it, but yeah, it was inside a like a manila envelope with but yeah, and this was sealed back like December 30th, I think, in fact. So, but yeah, that'll be in one of my bags. Yeah. I've been looking for a bag. It has like Bluetooth headphones and maybe a couple cords. I don't know what happened to it. Fresh bowl. Wait for this to cool off so I don't catch the garbage on fire. There's sausage grease in there. That would go up real fast. Oh. I could feel that last hit. That was relaxing. Oh, good to the last hit. Platinum OG Kush. Some of the finest stuff out there. Or, as they say in Lord of the Rings, finest weed in the South Valley. Platinum OG Kush. What does the Hobbit say? Finest weed in the South Valley. It's supposed to be like, what does the fox say? What does the Hobbit say? Finest weed in the South Valley. Finest weed in the South Valley. What does the Hobbit say about Platinum OG Kush? Finest weed in the South Valley. Finest weed. No, seriously, this stuff is exquisite. I went under my budget last week for what I had allotted for groceries and gas. So I decided to have a 1 week's plentiful stash of Platinum OG Kush from Andre. Because I'm not gonna lie, it is the best stuff. And yes, I really do not trust him. But I play stupid. Because that night, basically, I felt like he saw what like who had a hold of me that night, and God told me, like, before I even really had even seen him that night, like, you watch out for him tonight. He wants to hurt you, and he's working for the enemy. And I looked at you, I'm like, he's a demon. Like, you remember that? Yeah. I believe that the demon that's been following me went in him that night, and perhaps a couple other occasions. You should have seen the way he was looking at me, and he knew who was in me was greater than he. But I'll tell you right now, I was ready. I don't know if you heard my fist crunch when he stood up. It was the instant that, and I went boom, and I caught my fist, and it went. He heard it, like, because I mean, it echoed through the room when I pounded my fist into my palm. Or no, I think I grabbed it, and it went. It was, I mean, it was split second. And like I said, there were actually things that were slowed down, and that was plain obvious that I mean, it was almost like the clock was going like tick, tick, like, and I'm able to move in that time span, like, of gosh. Yeah, it was just, I'll tell you right now, it was like seeing a whole nother layer on top of what you see now. And I'd never been more alert in my life, They wanted on a manic episode. I was like, I just called an event. I was like, I'm in here for this medication that I'm on for my nerves, like, for what I got to go through, like, It's like nobody goes through that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Everything's no. You lose your mind over the other person. Should have seen me out there when they had me pinned down to the road, and I just kept talking about you. I thought your mother had done something to do that to me. Is what was on my mind. those bad dreams. We need to pray that they stay away, because I don't want that dream that I was hiding and she found me and then threw me across the room. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I remember that. I woke up and then you were there, and I was immediately calmed, because hadn't even really processed, what was like behind me. I'm just like, she is okay, so I am okay, But I like, yeah, when I woke up and you know what else I dreamt? I dreamt you and your mother coming over here when it was cold, and I did not know that you were coming, actually. And your mother was coming to look at the place and talk things over with you. And something like that. But I remember being surprised when it was like I was coming out of the kitchen and you and her were wearing heavy coats and coming in the door, to my surprise, which would mean that I had to have had someone else in the house that let you in. I wonder who it would be. Almost no one comes here. I am so much alone here. But, I mean, I do have some good friends, but, lately, it's that wanting to spend every waking moment with you, and the only cure is to be where the other is, and we've come to that, and we face it, and that in order to keep our health in order and everything of the two of us, we need each other. Otherwise, we don't take care of ourselves the way that we should. We have our bad habits, and like and the thing that you brought up this morning that we'll talk about in person but won't write about. There's some things that are just so much better in person to discuss, and how long we've been waiting for that. That's when I really got excited about the trip, is when, like, this trip is to maximize the amount of time that you and I will have together during that break. And so I'm pretty much catching a good rest, and then my flight will leave JFK at 5:30 p.m. And so it'll be a short night flight. Yeah, because I think I don't know. There's something there's like the Z's like sign that basically it's maybe because the thing is, the sun goes down and comes up awfully fast when you're moving at a fast clip that direction. And I don't know if they put shades down or something, but yeah, it's supposed to be like a sleeping flight. It does like say something about it's a shame to miss it, but I think that on the way back that I will be awake for it because there is a strange truth to it, but you're passing like over like Greenland and stuff, and that only makes sense on the flat Earth map. But yeah, you're not just going over Atlantic blue, like, but you're kind of following like you're seeing land, like a lot of the time frozen. Um, but yeah, you would not go that way if the Earth was a globe, and I want to see for myself as well the um, yeah, you don't take the Great Circle, but instead you cross like kind of Arctic area. And that's the shortest distance across. What do you think of the new Star Wars movies? Like, okay, so last one I saw was that horrible one, Star Wars Episode 3, um, where Anakin Skywalker, like, I don't know, it really bothers me. Why it really bothers me is, his, uh, him and Padme, they really seemed like soulmates, and like, it was like she was his drive to, and then when he got caught up in the dark side of the force, like um yeah, the way it consumed him, the way he should have been consumed for her, because I I look into your eyes and I realize I don't think that I could ever lose my patience with you. There's something I can't explain. Yeah, there's a lot of things when I look in your eyes. A lot of things going on. Uh, Wonder if Bev would be interested in some raw milk. I'm like thinking whatever's left is gonna be long bad by the time. Actually, if I did not open that thing and went on the trip and came back, it would probably be drinkable, but not good, really. Because when you open that cap, the seal, it um, makes a big difference in refrigerator shelf life. Um, but yeah, I hate to waste raw milk too, because it's like, I mean, that stuff is so nutritious for you. It's just like, it sucks when you gotta like dump it out because it tastes off, which wouldn't hurt you actually, but that's a long story. It has to do with the enzymes that are in natural milk, as opposed to what you buy in the store. Mine looks just like what you would buy in the store, in that, like, it's in that same plastic jug. It's the red cap, because you're definitely thinking whole milk when you think raw milk, because yeah, that's full fat. It's just how it comes out of the udder and into the container and refrigerated immediately. No, that's not actually how it actually gets refrigerated immediately in a big stainless steel vats, which is supposed to be antimicrobial and stuff. Like, and the milk itself has enzymes in it that will destroy any kind of like um, problematic bacteria, like. And then on the other hand, it allows it, and it's a great culture for um, beneficial bacteria that make nutrients for people and stuff, that, because there's Swiss cheese has like enzymes in it that are made from the bacteria. They have enzymes that they give you, and that helps you absorb this other nutrient and stuff. The cheese is a wonderful, cultured cheese is very good for you. Um, and there is a diet that's kind of based on that raw milk and stuff, and it's called the Weston A. Price diet, and the Weston A. Price Foundation is a group dedicated to like uh, keeping keeping raw milk legal, um, and fighting for our rights to have raw milk in the store, uh, stuff like that. Because it is very, very, very safe. They have a rigorous procedure that they have to go through for inspection, and it is very, very strict. All right, let me. Talk about something happy. Uh, well, where was I? I think I was on a pretty neutral subject. I can't even remember now, but like, gosh, what was I talking about? This happens. Like, I was on a roll there. Ah, I think you're gonna like the what is it called? The Sea Life. What is it called? I always forget because, like, I looked it up on YouTube and then it mixed and matched it with all kinds of like names. And one was like, I'm like, oh no, that's not the one. That's Orlando, Florida. And I'm like, great. Now I'm confused. Like, I think it looked like their logo too. Like, it's like a ripoff, you know? I don't know. I'm thinking I can get us some good deals on flying down to Florida. Like on Priceline, I'm like a VIP and stuff like on there. So like, yeah, because common flights like that, and that is a common flight because I can just go like, hey Buffalo, what's your price? Hey Pittsburgh, what's your price? Hey Cleveland, what's your price? And get us like the best. Hook us a sweet deal with a hotel bundled and rental car there. Mm-hmm. So we could do Florida, like, because, like I said, there's all these competing direct flights to Orlando. You know, there is, like, so yeah, because I wouldn't if we linked it up with like a holiday, which is gonna make the flight a little more, but and having to take less days off and stuff and still get because oh, there's like I want to go to Florida with you and I want to go to where somebody who knows best says, you know, if you love dolphins, this is the place to go. This boat tour, you know, and it includes where they have some that you can like interact with and feed them uh and then go in with them too. Wow, like I mean something that's like the best experience, you know, for dolphin lovers and then do that. Yeah. What do you think? Like someplace in Florida's gotta have some kind of package deal or something, you know? Hmm. I think it'd be really fun to play games with him for like hours on end. It's something that makes it pretty fair between like because if you had the right a ball that was like weighted the right way or something like and you had a net and you have like they are so gosh darn smart, you know. I'm talking about like set up like a volleyball game and like you know what? These are things on the new earth actually that yeah. Yeah. That'd be more like one of those things. Yeah. I had some visions about where we end up, you know, eternally like our duty of um it's kind of like a wind chime healing resort for people,
and tending to their needs, and we manage it basically like this healing. Not that our bodies are any more in need of healing, but some people think that you carry no memory of this place, that you basically become this whole different person. I don't really believe that. I think we go on in a perfect world with no more sin and death, but memory of suffering that we've seen. We'll have real physical bodies that are perfect, and these things are. There's a lot of Christians that don't want to talk about it, really. Because in a way, not too much is known. If you want to look at the Bible as a pretty dry subject, but I don't think it is. Plus I've really been shown things and confirmation of things that have been numerous things in feeling almost a very, very, very great sense of deja vu lately. And it's been quite startling, actually. Yeah, and it was a period of time, I wake up and my bed was soaked. That hasn't happened in a long time now. When I was down there at the crisis center, I was still wetting the bed, if you will, with sweat. And then I felt as though I was traveling and doing things, and yeah, I would wake up having no memory of it, but felt like I was on a journey, like in learning things, and it was the weirdest thing. Check on here. I don't want to check my mail, but I need to. Yeah. I will make sure that whatever is most comfortable for you is how we do things, and yeah, you just let me know, and I'll remind you to pee. Uh, this is gonna be extraordinary. Wonder how flying will affect my bowels. What do you think? And some food with different ingredients, because here in America, there's a lot of cheap ingredients that go into things that you go somewhere else, you get the real thing. You know, we Americans have been sold a very, 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 very cheap alternative, basically, in a lot of things. Yeah, the world thinks we're pretty dumb. Uh, Thing is, though, I don't eat those ingredients. The same things are probably available over there. That, I mean, because a lot of these are foreign cuisine to America, foreign cuisine. Because I buy the real foreign cuisine, frozen dinners that are, um, inspired from real Indian recipes and stuff, like, and made the same way. Uh, but it's like I do eat out. We will eat out and I don't eat out here. So that is something that makes me poo a lot of the time. I never eat out now. Like I said, I've been like pinching every penny. Um, I do have to call my parents and tell them I got a situation, though, and that situation is with Justin. He has gone incognito. Um, so that money is tied up. So I have two alternatives, but if I do drive down to my parents to get, I want to see what time it is. Hang on a second here. Looks dark outside, but yeah, as I thought. 4:20. You gotta light this thing up. Yes, 4:22. 4:22. That's an excellent route number. Neighbors are probably so confused. They probably thought it was a big drug bust when they had me out there. They're probably like, he's in there still smoking his weed like always. What the heck happened? A lot of people have questions. Sometimes I do feel like putting a sign up. Someone put a false, like, what do you call that? Is that there's like Amber Alert is for like kids, but like for a kidnapped grown woman would be like what? Like tried to say that I had, at knife point, it was a prank from someone from overseas. And if they know from overseas too, which they probably are, they have on it a German name. As they said, they were someone with a very sick. To do that, someone that's just talking to their girlfriend because it's the only way they can do it. He'd say, "I claim that," and all that. These are the facts, bro. And and say, thinking to him to, and my name happens to be Anonymous Guy on YouTube. It doesn't really mean anything except it's me. Anonymous Guy, it's one of my nicknames, Like I said, not that my identity is, that it's not really of concern that they can spit out the numbers that show up on every document, that all they'd have to do is look at my mail. There are ways to do that and worm your way around. Well, I could do it to anyone, Yeah, because it's not like they would actually get through any verifications to make any big decision. And if they touched my bank account, I watched them very closely at each transaction. So, and if I tell my bank something is berserk, they're like crook. They're like they immediately refund me, and then they go after who it was that scammed me, and they go after you like whew. Yeah, because when I was trying to get tires one time, they were China tires, and at some point I realized these are not real tires. As in they are a figment of, or they are hearsay. They don't actually gonna ship any tires, is what like comments were, or like on the Google review. So I don't know. There's a lot of them that like, yeah, you can you can buy it, but you're never gonna get it. Someone claiming to sell an e-bike, brand new e-bike model, blah blah blah, which is a legit like e-bike for like $50, free shipping. Well, for some reason it's still on there, and you see all these reviews saying, 1 star, did not get product, would give 0 stars if the option were available. Then maybe maybe they had some paid ones. Enough of that. Let's see what you are up to. Yeah. That's so sweet, baby. I always hold little Sydney, and like I said, she fits me perfectly. And I pretend I'm holding you. It's pretty cool. You can put the flight numbers in the because I was always wanting to see the time for takeoff and landing. They have like a it seems to be like a consistent weekly schedule, basically, where these flights are at the same time. Like yeah, because they're like linked to ones that are like tomorrow and stuff. I saw it said August 3rd on the flight number. I'm like, no, when they like reuse it. But yeah, it was like, and it was like the same time. But yeah, see, that was a Thursday then flight that matched up to the same flight number. But yeah, it's like in that future date, that'll be the flight number. But yeah, the times were correct. I do believe, and that's a Saturday. That 1 hour from Buffalo to JFK. I'll be at JFK for a pretty long time, 7.5 hours, I think. And then the flight's about 7.5 hours. But yeah, I think that leaves there 5:30 p.m. sleep flight to land in Amsterdam at like 8 a.m. I don't know. I was thinking though that for the flight from Amsterdam to Birmingham, I'm gonna like fly like right over your house. I'm going to be looking down there. I don't know what kind of plane that is. If it might be a smaller one for that shorter flight, um, but I'm gonna try to see if I can see your house. I'll be looking down, and yeah, that would be by 8 a.m. So I don't know what time I'm landing in Amsterdam. It's pretty early in the morning though, and then I gain an hour from Amsterdam coming over to Birmingham. But I do not have to wait long once once I reach Amsterdam. That flight is short, and my wait is short to get that flight. Uh, and then, as soon as I get that rental car, I am going to head off towards your house immediately. Go look at each other. Yeah, I'll be looking up to your window. I I have to be careful. I was kind of thinking that I could park a little far off, and I could just stay there for a while in my car, and maybe we could gaze at each other there. Because I'm thinking about that first contact like that too. But yeah, it's like I can't help but come straight for you, like instinctively, you know. Well, we will keep everything quiet on the lowdown. And I want you to be really, really, really extra careful over the next few days. Don't let no one see anything, okay? Don't take any risks because we got to have a smooth operation. I have whole conversations with you too. And then seeing her like an attachment to me, like, Sydney, come for a car ride. Come with. Like, yeah. I feel so excited. And like I said, I'm so much alone here, but you are with me. It is peaceful here, though. Do you hear the bugs outside? They're just kind of a lazy summer evening sound. Listen. It's cool and not too bright out because the wildfire haziness is upon us. Canadian smoke. Yeah, so it actually makes it look pretty much the appearance of being overcast. Except like when the sun is at its highest in the sky, and then it shines through without too much interference. But yeah, like it's like you have a really long evening. It's kind of nice. And the air quality, I really don't notice anything. I cough my lungs out when I smoke weed, just like always. And when I'm not smoking and I'm not coughing, like, so I don't have any breathing problems, really. See there. Where I cough my lungs out. I don't want to be too obvious. You hear that? I saw it smoking, and I was like Austin Powers with the asparagus. You remember that scene? And asparagus is so good. Like I couldn't pass it up either. And it literally makes your pee smell that fast. Do you know what I'm talking about? In Austin Powers, who is Justin, by the way. Justin is Austin Powers, basically. Like, he's always been, like, we've always said it. And at one point, when he was a young adult, even, like, he had buck teeth, like he's obvious, like, buck teeth, like, eh, Austin Powers, like, that flat out, it's based on him, like, seriously, like. And Justin, he's like got the mojo with ladies. Like, yeah, he like. I remember back when I was in college. He was he didn't go to college. Uh, okay, yeah, he'd party and have one girl, then another, and there for a while. But I remember the night the demon went into Justin. He tried to run his girlfriend over in his pickup truck and nearly succeeded. And that happened right in front of me. And then he acted very strangely. He was fixing my car, and I told Karen that he was acting weird. And I was on his landline, and he probably heard me because now I know what kind of gadgets he has. like Austin Powers, his castle is lined with cameras of every angle, everything. Like, he's kind of like the old man that I work for. He's always been like an old man. It's strange. I am going to have a bowl of cereal because I was telling you about that milk, and that would be a good use of some milk. I shall pour it plentifully on my cereal, which is which got a good amount of fiber, by the way. Coconut chia. I love me coconut. I've been on a coconut kick. I still have to get coconut oil, so we have to remember that by Friday. I have enough coconut oil to swish with. Today and tomorrow. But I need 1/3 of a cup for the final batch of muffins before the trip, which I will be sharing with you. That half dozen. Oh, let me pee first. Don't really want to. Don't want it to get soggy, so. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing's got to go bye-bye. That shelf. It's very restricting of access. So whatever toilet we do put in, we want to make sure we have room for us both in that space. I mean, ideally, would be one big enough for both of us to sit on. It's got to be something sturdy because, yeah, that may happen frequently that we both at the same time. Oh, they ought to make one that's shaped like custom molded. It's like one seat, but it's for like both. To be like intimately connected, like custom fit. for our bodies, like to be just like supported, but like in full contact with, like, yeah, you could, you know what I'm saying? There could be something like perfect. And then it's like always best when your partner, yeah, like is in their spot. Yeah, so I'm saying almost like two like toilet seats like molded together somehow, like in some shape that is like perfect. When I was little, I had weird fantasies even before they were sexual. Like, I don't, I've always had a lot of thought into, like, back before when it was something else I can remember. It's always been special. Mm. Mm. Grab that cereal now.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait till then. I'm hungry, huh? I need to take more paper plates into work. Yeah, I just used the last one in my cabinet today. I'm gonna try to go out to my car and put a bunch of plates out there. I don't know if this was like a 300 pack or something crazy like that, but it is huge and taking a very long time to go through it because I've had those here for my home use, and at one point I took a whole bunch of them to work, and that's what I'm going to do again. Take a whole bunch of them and still have a whole bunch of them. These are like the nice coated ones. Mm, you'd be interested to know this. um, with my parents, I would go to this one restaurant. Um, it's called King's Family Restaurant. There's not that many of them left now, but um, anyway, you were talking about your favorite dessert, and there at King's, they had the full breakfast menu like all day, and one of the breakfasts was Belgian waffles, and no matter like when it was everybody else was eating dinner, I ate Belgian waffles. Like I loved their Belgian waffles so much that like didn't matter what time of the day or anything. I was having Belgian waffles. I think I did that all the way up into college. Anytime I went into King's, it had to be Belgian waffles. On a King with whipped cream on them.
Mm. This cereal is so good. Mm-hmm. Might have to get some more. Because if I finish the box, that wouldn't be such a bad thing before I leave. Not that it wouldn't keep fine over that amount of time. It's nothing in the shelf life of open cereal, but oh, that is so good. Oh, I was outside, um, outside at work. I was eating blackberries off the vine. Uh, they were tart. Um, yeah, like I've been looking at them for quite a while. You know, like they've been black. You know, some of them for quite a while, but like when you feel them, you know. Like if it feels hard, it's too early. I don't care if that thing can be black as night. If it's hard, it's not. I mean, that thing is going to be sour. But you get one picked right off the vine in peak of perfection. It is so good that you put it in your mouth and sink your teeth into it, and it just, oh, your taste buds just go crazy. And you're like, more. I'm not even kidding either. And you start, oh. And you're like, you look like Homer Simpson with donuts. Like, only it's you with berries. Like, and then you poog. Oh, we should like go to berry patches and just. It's like Adam and Eve. That's so Adam and Eve. Oh goodness. I want to be naked in a berry patch. Just watch out for the prickers because, yeah, what Justin has, he's got raspberries that they're like a hybrid that doesn't have thorns. Um, those berries are gosh darn good. Like I can't tell the difference. Hold on, there's an alarm or something. Hello? No, I'm sorry. You must have the wrong number. Yeah, it was some kind of telemarketing gig or something. But yeah, he was looking for Richard Augustine. So yeah, name doesn't ring a bell. And then he said, and he said my number, and he said, "I'm putting your name on the do not call list. It may take up to 24 hours," and blah blah blah. And I just hung up. I'm like, what the heck? He's on some kind of like spiel, like, and I'm just like not having it. Like, I'm like, do you want to record my voice saying yes and stuff, and my name and stuff, and then like record it and use it to get into my accounts or something? Yeah, so I hung up when yeah, I was like, I do not want you recording me saying anything. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I heard some scams are like that. And of course, feel a little vulnerable to that. I mean, that could have been the asshole, you know. Even though they asked for a different name. But he repeated the number. So, yeah, that was my phone number. But and my phone number is listed on that stupid thing that it's ridiculous. I don't even know that I really bother showing the police that, because they're just gonna be like, "Oh, that's like encrypted, so that we can't like." They're like, "Oh, we can't do anything with that." That's what they'll probably say. Yeah, and then Google almost acts like Doxbin is a thing of the past, and I got Doxbin, and it's like on the dark web. People really don't understand. Like, yeah, our love has made me crazy. But gosh, someone had that kind of hate. Yeah. Yeah, I never even alerted the authorities about that, you know, website. But that's the thing; it puts all my personal information out there. I do wish some way to get rid of it. Ah, so my ex, she's on there. That would give her incentive. If I tell her her name's on it, and it is. So that'll make her want to take it down. And her husband to be here is like some kind of computer engineer. So he can probably go on the dark web and delete it. So he would do us all a favor, and because that's ridiculous. And whoever made that, you know, to allow someone to potentially ruin someone's life over yeah, it's not. I'm doing all right because we are going to come together soon. I'm going to check on you now. Yeah, you get in there, huh? And then when you do, I will eat some things out here and play my game, and then I will be in. And let us dream together for a good portion of the night as our sleep overlaps. Yeah, and I want you to tell me all about it. Lay in bed and tell me all about it. What your dreams have been like. You and I will have to we'll have to make sure that we don't pack a too busy schedule because we're not going to be able to keep off each other. Um, we have to make sure that we have a lot of time for exploring each other's bodies and all the pleasures.
I'll be watching for the sleeping angel frequently here. Oh, this is so relaxing right here. It is so comfortable outside. And this is a pretty big window I have open, and the air is so nice right here. Lounging is, oh yeah, see, this is like, the surface is cool on the couch. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear those insects, and I mean, it's just a peaceful evening here. Wish to have you here. We're going to make this place amazing. I know it's a place of tattered curtains right now, but we're going to make this a home for us. And we do have to get a new front door. Like, it is, this thing is sorry remains of a door. It really is. I don't even know how to explain it, but you have to line it up just right in order to properly close it where it's going to stay actually latched. Well, actually, it stays latched, but it'll open up if you don't pull it like completely and in the correct direction. Yeah, if someone kicked that door mildly, it would open. It does have a deadbolt, but if you have a thin arm like mine, you can reach in and unlatch it. Oh, who knows what the walls would even hold up. But the thing is, this is a safe neighborhood. It really is. Like, I have had like no issues here. I leave my car unlocked out there all the time. Never had anything go missing out of it, except when I had that um, that horrible mechanic guy, Tim Allen. Tim Allen that didn't deliver presents. He stole presents. Yeah, that Tim Allen's bad. Tim Allen, just like in Santa Claus 3, is it? The evil Santa Claus. Oh my gosh. The plastic Santa Claus. He cracks me up so much. Like, his lines in that movie. Oh, I see you.
my sleeping angel, my princess angel. You're sleepy, huh? I won't be too far behind you. I am going to play one game and perhaps eat a little bit more and then join you in sleep. My sleeping angel. My princess that I am coming to rescue. I will soon be there. I will soon be there. Soon, we will ultimately be together for good. It won't be long. I promise I will make it happen as soon as possible. Okay. So, I know it will be difficult to part ways on that Friday, but no, it's just temporary. Very temporary. Okay. We'll FaceTime all the time. Okay? Love you so much. Dream sweet dreams, baby. Let us join each other in a dream of total relaxation and bliss. Please grant this to us, Lord. Amen. I love you so much, my princess angel.